Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Preps. I'm Blair Cartwright. Please be joined by Donald Hatcher, the head coach at Austin Anderson. And, Coach, you got a big game coming up Friday night. Not only the season opener, but it's the Taco Shack Bowl against McCallum. What a way to start the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you. First, thank you for having us on. We're definitely looking forward to Taco Shack. It's always fun. It's like the Red River rivalry down here.
So, how does it get the name Taco Shack for those of us who don't know?
It's a burrito place, taco burrito place, breakfast tacos. Mr. Orlando's got taco shacks throughout the entire Austin area. He's been around, I couldn't tell you how long, 30, 40 years. And if you've never had a Burnett Road burrito, I would recommend one.
Oh man, that it makes me really hungry right now for one of those. Well, this is a series you Anderson has dominated 4 of the last 5 years. This will be your third. You've won the two previous ones. How much of a factor is it having that kind of momentum going into this opening game?
Well, I mean, it's a rivalry, so you can never look too far ahead. But the last 2 years, the confidence from these guys playing as freshmen, the JV, they really look forward to it, and they just have a lot of confidence going into the game. Just over the last 2 years, what we've done, but it's a rivalry game. Coach Gramendinger, he's a great coach over there, and those guys they prepare just as hard as we do. So it's going to be an exciting game.
Is it tough to begin your season with a rivalry game? And do you prepare different because of that?
Well, I mean, I would say yes. It is tough to prepare for a rivalry game at the beginning, but the kids get so up for it. The week of practice is almost like being in week 5 or 6, so their attention span is a lot better than it normally would at the beginning of the year. So it's fun, but it's also for coaches. I mean, we're sitting here trying to make sure we've got pep rallies and everything going on the first week of school and everything, and now all of a sudden we're playing the big one of the biggest rivalry games of the year right off the bat.
Nice. So, what is kind of the outlook? What's the hope for the Trojans this year?
Well, we've got a lot of experience coming back. We've got 42 seniors on the roster this year, so we have 17 starters coming back. So we've got some guys that have played in this game last year, and they're definitely looking forward to it. I remember last year we started 12 sophomores, and before the game, they all ran back in the locker room about to throw up from the nerves they were going through.
Oh man. Well, I doing a little research. I noticed you're now a 5A school instead of 6A, and that will help. What's the biggest difference that it will make for y'all now that you're part of 5A?
Well, for us, it puts us on a level playing field across the board when it comes to offense and defensive line. We're not playing teams that's got 4,200 kids in their school where we don't have but 2,200 kids in our school. So it just gives our guys a sense of confidence knowing that they have a chance to go out there and compete.
I was going to say a lot of people may not think, "Oh, well, what's the big deal?" But there's a huge difference when another
Yeah,
school's got 2,000 more students to choose from, right?
yeah, exactly.
All
Big
right.
difference.
Yes. So you came from Little Elm. You were the defensive coordinator there. What's been the biggest adjustment in being a head coach as opposed to being a coordinator?
I mean, for the last 14 years, I was at 7 years at Lil Elm. Before that, I was 7 years defense coordinator over at DeSoto. So it being at those two places prepared me for this position. So the only difference is now all the little extra stuff like putting the jerseys in the lockers and stuff like that. That's basically the only thing that I don't do that I used to do all the time. But I had some great mentors in Claude Mathis and Kendrick Brown that definitely prepared me to be a head coach for the last 14 years. So it was I mean, we took all the calls from parents and stuff like that. So none of that has changed. It's still the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge adjustment. It's just that it ends and starts with me.
Awesome. What, in your mind, what is the best thing about high school football?
The Friday Night Lights, watching these kids grow into young men. I mean, you see the excitement that they have, and then when they go to college, they get the excitement. But high school football, every kid comes back and says this is where they wish they could play every night. Like they love Saturday night or Saturday games, but Friday night football with the band and the people in the community, it's just a different feeling.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I appreciate it. Also, the Taco Shack Bowl is our Mascot Media Game of the Week, so we'll be watching it. Best of luck to you and appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you, and good luck Friday night.
Appreciate it.